I recently purchased this Intoypad Dinosaur car set. Now it's going to be a set of 3 different dinosaurs. So you've got the Triceratops, what looks to be a raptor, and then a T-Rex head that are going to be on here. They are going to be like fun looking with eyeballs and stuff. And in the video today, I want to kind of talk about the best age ranges for these. Now on the box, it does say 18 months and up, which I would agree with if they're independent playing, but truthfully, I believe you can really go lower than that just based on how these work. So essentially, you're just going to push down on the top like that. Let it go. It's going to cause the mouth to move up and down. And then the wheels are obviously going to turn and move it across the floor. Now, if you're playing with your child under 18 months, I really do believe this would work for kids who are a year and even younger, really. If they're able to crawl, they could easily chase after these when they're going across the floor. They could easily play with these, they're sitting on the floor or something and you push down and it goes over to them, and then you could do it away from them, those sorts of things. So this could definitely be a play toy that would be able to work with younger kids than the 18 months that are represented here on the box. So again, 18 months, and I would say it could really work to kids, I'd say even under a year if you're actively playing with them. 18 months is probably where I would put it if the child is trying to do it on their own, simply because you do have to understand the concept of pushing down on this while it's on the floor. So you have to push down on this, and it is relatively hard to push down. And so you have to do that to be able to kind of wind the spring or whatever it is that's inside of here, the mechanism that is inside of there. So it does require you to push down a bit on those. So it's not just like a flip of a button or something. So for a kid playing by themselves, 18 months and older is probably going to be relatively accurate. You could definitely play with this with younger kids. Top end of the range, probably going to be somewhere in the 3 to 4 year old range is what I would say. Again, based on the fact that it's just going to be a simple functionality, right? So it's just push down, rolls across the floor, and that's kind of it. I'll show you here in a second how that function is. It's not going to work on anything that's thicker, so it's only going to work on hard floors or hard area rugs. So that is something to keep in mind if you purchase these. And that to me kind of limits the ages as well. There's no remotes, there's nothing that's just going to go forward. There's nothing forward, backwards, sideways, whatever. It does have lights on it, so you can turn those on. You're going to have rolling wheels that are going to light up. So that's going to be a cool feature, kind of adds a little bit to it. But again, I'd really feel like the best age range would be somewhere in the maybe 8 months to a year if you're playing with the child, all the way up to 3 to 4 years old, somewhere in that range is what I feel like would be the best. So I'm going to take this Triceratops over here, just kind of show you how it functions. So again, the child, if they're playing with this by themselves, would have to be strong enough to push this down like so. So you have to push it down and then it releases and then rolls across the floor like that. So that's why I say you really, if they're playing by themselves, 18 months is probably good, but you could easily do that with under a 1-year-old without any problem. So if you're looking to buy these as a present for someone, maybe a child for Christmas or birthdays or those sorts of things, hopefully that is helpful in regards to the best age range that I feel would work great for these toys.